yard penalty.
So
moves the ball to the 21-yard line. First down and 5.
the penalty on the Eagles will cost them 5 yards. The Plainsmen get set to go. Jesse Stewart, he split wide to the right side for the Plainsmen. Taylor Murphy wide to the left side. Two backs, that's Raines and Smith on either side of Keenan Smith, who gets the snap. Smith keeps it himself, goes to the right side, hit and brought down, but not before he picks up about 4 yards on the play. This will be close to a first down yardage as they mark him just across the 25-yard line. And it is enough for the first gain of 6 on the play.
Oakley lines up in that gun pro formation again, runs a read option with Smith, and Keegan Smith, the quarterback, takes it and is able to get off tackle for a gain of 5.
Under center again, this time in the power I formation. The pitch goes over on the right side, and on the carry was Kendrick Smith, a 5'10" sophomore. A short gain on the play. Moving forward, bring up 2nd and 6.
Tackle made by number 35, Ben Matchell.
And Oakley runs a
gain to the 30-yard line.
Runs a little lead toss play, getting the run-off tackle, trying to establish that. Pieper gets kicked outside, and they're able to run underneath him for a gain of 4.
Plainsman gets set to go again. Got a power I formation. Handoff goes to the second, back through, and the ball may have came loose there for a second as Coulter stole on the carry. Brought down at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. Great job by the Eagle defensive front here, making the stop on that one. It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 5.
Colby gets good penetration up front from their defensive line. Austin Hart, Michael Pieper there on the left side of the defense. They're able to get up there, push their guy into the backfield, and they're able to stop the play for a short gain.
One receiver to each side of the field. Again, two backs, pistol formation, one to the right of the Coy Raines, and he's dropped for a loss of a yard. It's going to bring up 4th and long for the Plainsmen in a punting situation here.
Yeah, and on that, Alex Young, one of those 2 middle linebackers we talked about in the pregame, that we're going to be able to flow free if those front 5 do their job, and they do it that play, and he's able to make that.
Stewart, the 6'2 senior, back to punt.
Number 35,
Ben Matchell deep for Colby. Matchell standing at the Eagle 36-yard line. Stewart awaits the snap. And he is brought down immediately. Great coverage down the field that time by the Plainsmen's Taylor Murphy.
Tackle made by number 30, Taylor Murphy. For the
Murphy's able to beat Josh Brown out there on the side covering him, and is able to make a good play on Matchell. It was a tough catch by Matchell too when you got 2 guys bearing down on you that hard, that quick. He's able to show good concentration, bring it in, and Colby gets the ball on offense.
All right, Eagles set to go here in this. Again, wanting to really kind of pick the pace up this year. Colby will send one receiver wide to the right side. That is their left side. That's Alex Young. Handoff's going to go around the left side on a little sweep play, cutting it up the field and making a nice cut that time on the play was Matthew Pieper. Pieper's going to pick up about 4 yards on the play. A good cut that time.
You got Austin Hart pulling from the backside. He's able to get there out in front, just wasn't able to pick up anybody, and Pieper makes a good cut back to the inside.
One receiver to the right side, man in motion is Matchell. He'll get the handoff going to the right. Up 3rd down and a long 5 for the Eagles.
And Ben Matchell lines up almost in a wing set. Yards on the play, running off tackle.
So 3rd down and 5 to go. The Eagles get to play from the sideline.
3rd down and 6.
Alex Young way to the left side. Slot backs on either side. Matchell in motion. The snap is fumbled and it ends up loose. And Oakley, I believe, is going to pick this one up. They do. And Plainsmen are going to pick it up, and that's a big loss for the Eagles.
Colby lines up with in double wing formation, two split outs. Ben Matchell goes in motion. Low snap. Josh bobbles it, picks it up, isn't able to get the snap high enough to Brown as it ball falls on the ground.
Snap was an issue last year. We had that in a few times. It got better as the season went on. So the Plainsmen with tremendous field position now. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. In the pistol formation. Snap rolls. It's picked up by the running back coming across. And that's a pretty heady decision that time by Kendrick Smith. That ball rolling on the ground. He steps in front of his quarterback, picks it up, and gets a gain of about 4.
Yeah, and it looks like that's where the play was probably going to go anyway. Kendrick Smith just picks the ball up instead of the ball handing off to the quarterback. No He runs a little off tackle play and is able to pick up 6.
Second down and 6 to go. Wide forward and getting a couple of yards out of this, Keenan Smith, but again,
coming from his middle linebacker position, is able to come in through the A gap, almost picks the ball up. Yeah, is there to, or Alex Young, excuse me, is there to string it out.
First and 10 at their own 26.
So the Eagles will get their second crack at it here.
Motion, just
everybody through right now. Every day. Back to the line of scrimmage, slot back to the middle. Josh Mitchell keeps it himself on the right side, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards.
Tight ends, try running a dive option with Pieper coming through into the A gap.
Eagles with the whisper
by Josh. He just nudges the center when to go, and they just take off for the
first and 10.
Line up, he moves his hand down, the ball gets snapped, and they go. Josh rolling, they wanted to screen, but he's not going to have time, and that's going to be intentional grounding on the throw.
Yeah, he had Ashton Rush, who was lined up.
Your guy, let the guys get through, because that's where you're wanting to set up the pass to, is where the defensive line would be. But you got to hold them long enough to give your quarterback time.
Yeah.
And the grounding call is a very costly penalty, because it's 5 yards from the spot of the foul, and you lose it here. Actually, about 30 yards to go.
Field taken by Colby.
4:58 to go in the opening quarter. Play, no score.
Sprayers from Colby Ag Center in Colby, Kansas. These sprayers help you be ready with a distinct design that delivers proven, efficient performance even in the narrowest of regardless of conditions.
I'm not sure.
Come experience the spacious Surveyor cab and the rest of the Case IH Patriot Series sprayer features today at Colby Ag Center.
If you're in the market for a new truck, make 1500s with approved credit. Needing a bigger truck? Take all the rebates on a Ram 3050, Colby, Kansas, or online at colbydodge.com. Your #1 Chrysler dealer in western Kansas and eastern Colorado.
Colby with a handoff on the right side, and Pieper on the little draw play hammers his way forward and picks up some positive yardage, about 5. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 26 for the Eagles.
And Colby's sticking in that
double wide to the right side, and Matchell going to run the option play on the right side, breaking to go, and again punting situation here for the Eagles.
Yeah, Josh, better punting position.
4th down and 9.
Ben Matchell back to punt it away. 2 men back deep for the point.
Number 71.
Good hustle by Austin Hart getting there to down the football for Colby, but again, that one just did not. The Colby defense has been great here on these first 2 possessions.
Yeah, that 5-2 defense is strong safety for
Murphy's back to pass. Hit as he's throwing, hit hard. This one nearly intercepted as they.
And Austin Hart and Bryce Armiger is able to sneak through the line. Bryce hits him as the ball's thrown.
Hit him hard too.
Smith throws up a
quarterback and able to pick up a couple of yards at the end of it with
diamond pistol formation, but it's a low snap. Smith is able to pick it up, try and get to the outside. Great job by Matthew.
3rd down and 8 to go for the Plainsmen. Jesse Stewart wide to the left side along with Taylor Murphy. And now Murphy going to end up lining up to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield, and the penalty flag is down. And that's what happens. You know, confusion, that's the first game stuff where you had Raines lining up on the wrong side of the field, having to send him back across.
5-yard penalty.
Yeah, it's too much. Never saw a diamond out of Randall.
No.
This time they're going to send Stewart and Murphy to the left side. Slot back to the left as well. That is McCoy Raines. In the shotgun is Smith. He gets it. He's going to roll to his left, wanting to throw. Colby with some pressure. They got to get him in the backfield. Sacked on the play. A loss of a couple of
left on that play. Runs 2 guys deep.
Stewart back to punt for Oakley, and he got off a booming kick on his first here from Oakley, Kansas. Colby Eagles and Oakley Plainsmen, the season opening game. Great hard-fought effort after making that catch, and he's going to get close to the 30-yard line. In fact, they're going to spot him across the 30, so a gain of 11 and a 1st down for the Eagles.
And Colby's got twins left with the wing backside, Alex Young.
1st down and 10 to go for the Eagles from their own 31-yard line. Around the corner, and he's going to pick up about 8 yards. And a good job on that handoff, the fake handoff up the middle to Pieper. Oakley was able to bid on that one, and Colby was able to get around the corner because of it.
Yeah, Colby starts, and that's what you're going to see out of that double wing formation. You're going to see a lot of one direction, then they hit you with the counter with that other wing back coming back the other way, and Ben's able to pick up some big yards on it.
Eagles will get set again. Alex Young split to the left side for Colby. Again, the two wing backs in a pistol formation. Was trying to take it. Matchell was just trying to get down as quick as he could to avoid too much of a loss, but going to lose about 3 on the play.
And that's what Colby's going to have to make sure they got their heads up on the offensive line, because Oakley's going to send Gassman, and he's going to come out there like he's shot out of a cannon. When he blitzes, he goes.
Young again split to the left side. Holzmeister in motion across this time. And the pass intended for Holzmeister on the right side. And again, the timing's just off on that one. You can see that on the fake handoff to Holzmeister. And then again, the line getting through there too quickly.
Yeah, there wasn't a good mesh point between the backs on that play. And Josh, there's no fake to hold anybody. Jesse Stewart, outside linebacker, went on a blitz right away when he read pass.
Ben gets to it. The kick is away. Much better punt this time. It's going to bounce at the 40-yard line and be fielded immediately by the Eagles. And that's Austin Russ there to come up with that one at the 41-yard line. And so the still trying to get the timing worked out, especially on these passing plays. 5.2 seconds to go here in the opening quarter, so this will be the last play of the quarter here for the Plainsmen. The tailback dotting the I. Also in there, McCoy Raines. They're into the for about a yard of the play. 2nd and 9, and that brings us to the end of the opening quarter. So one quarter has been completed, and the score is the same, 0-0. We'll take a break, come back. Second quarter coming up.
Your radio after this.
At the end of the first quarter, we have no score.
Count on Kansas Quick Lube. Every time you come in, check your oil, check your tires, wipers and balls, everything your owner's manual recommends. Got expert technicians who all know how. People keep their cars much longer now. So maintenance is a Quick Lube. Our name, 7 Oil.
Hello, this is Rock the Door with Homeland Realty and Auction of Colby. We have a 136-acre irrigated farm for sale in Thomas County, Kansas. Acres. All the mineral rights are intact and shall go to the buyer. This farm is priced at $5,000 per acre. For more information, please give me a call at 785-443-1653.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Wheeland.
Welcome back. An 8 to go to start the second quarter. The ball is in their own territory, just at the 45-yard line. Colby getting set again in that 5-2 defensive front, which has been great from the start of this game. It's been a big battle on both sides of the ball with the big men on the defensive side winning right now for both.
Down an 8.
On that play at the end of it for the Colby Eagles. And that is Connor Edmondson in textbook, man, wrapping up and then finishing him to the ground.
Connor Edmondson comes in from a safety position, makes a great play on the ball carrier, and they're going to measure him.
Yeah, I'm going to bring the chains out here. But, yeah, Edmondson finished that one well. It looked like he may have been able to break free and pick up another yard or two, and Connor slips in, wraps around the waist, and finishes it to the ground. It's textbook right there.
Out in the wash and couldn't get out. Alex Young took on the lead block, and there was just open field for Raines to.
3rd down in inches for the Plainsmen. The ball is marked inside the 48-yard line of Colby.
We'll get set up here for 3rd and short. See if they maybe will take a shot here on 3rd and short down the field.
It could be possible.
Or we'll get the quarterback sneak. They'll put Keenan Smith under center. Strong side is to the right. That is where the power eye is set up to. The receiver to the left side. Smith's going to get the snap, fake the pitch, and he's going to be hitting the back and long for Oakley.
And Oakley tries just a fake quick pitch, bootleg by Smith. And Armberger does his job. He beats his guy off the line of scrimmage, stays at home. He's able to make a play up for the sack.
Ben Matchell back deep for Colby. Stewart set to punt it away here for the Plainsmen. Oakley hustling players onto the field. Snap is much better this time. The kick is on the way. A short spiraling kick that's going to on the punt, and the Eagles will start this drive on their own 25. Field position has not been the friend of Colby's in this game so far.
Their own territory deep.
So let's see here as the Eagles get set up here offensively. We have a whistle. I'm not sure what the stoppage here. They're working on something. All right, they're ready to go. Matchell
1st and 10,
in the
Colby,
pistol formation. Ben Matchell goes in motion to the right. They fake the handoff. Josh is going to keep it himself, and he's going to get forward for about 4 yards on the play. And you can see Josh that time getting right behind his pulling guard and just staying on his hip as long as possible.
Just a quarterback counter play. Josh follows Austin Hart to the left side and is able to pick up a couple yards.
Second down and 7.
Second and 7 yards to go for the Eagles. Ball just shy of the 20-yard line. We have another whistle and a stoppage here. And we have an equipment issue. Colby will have to make a substitution. Get in high school football, if that helmet comes up, quick hitter to the right side, he's going to get forward for a couple of yards on the play. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 to go for Colby. It's the ball right at the 20-yard line.
Colby lines up in that pistol formation, been behind Josh this time. Hands it off to him, runs a dive play off tackle, and is able to pick up a couple yards.
Eagles get the play from the sideline again. They do not huddle. They get plays from Cards on the sideline. Holtzmeister goes to motion to the left side. Matchell to throw. Looking, has his man, and the catch is made out at about the 30-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a first down on the play as Ben Matchell pulls that one down, and the Eagles are moving the change.
And Ben that time lines up as a pistol back behind Josh, and he is able to slip through the line of scrimmage and run an out, and Josh is able to hit him on the scramble.
So 1st and 10 to go for the Colby Eagles now, just across for a nice game.
I mean, you got two really athletic kids. Yeah, and Pieper's able to pick up low snap.
Matchell of about 25 yards, and an Eagle for cuts it to the right side, and he's going to pick up about 5.
He lines up and split with a slot left split backs with
some different defensive linemen in there trying to get some fresh bodies on the field. Colby back into that pistol formation. They fake the handoff up the middle. Josh Matchell trying to get to the corner, and he's going to be...
Yeah, Josh runs a heck of a play out.
The Oakley Plainsmen breaking through on the right side of the line of scrimmage, and Kendrick Smith there immediately.
Number 2, Kendrick Smith.
Yeah, and Kuhn's there to blow that play up from the get-go. Doesn't take the dive in on Pieper and stays with Josh the whole way.
On the play, 4th down.
Is able to bring him down for no gain.
6.
So 4th down and 5 yards. Matchell back in the pistol formation. Handoff's going to go to Holtzmeister on the end around, and he got tripped up in the backfield and then ran right into the Oakley player, followed by a bunch of his friends. Loss on the play, turnover on downs, but I think you have to look at that one as a positive as a whole. Colby moved the ball well.
They got a lot better field position now, and on that last play, they try and go with that double wing counter again, where they bring the one wing over and then the next wing underneath. And Holtzmeister just runs into a slew of purple jerseys.
Plainsmen will get set with Murphy to the left side. That diamond formation go. A host of Eagles there immediately after he got the handoff, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12.
On the tackle, 35.
Yeah, Smith is
69,
trying to run a dive up the middle, and the whole Eagles defensive line is there to meet him.
2nd down and 12 yards to go. Football on the Oakley 24-yard line. Eagles will get some receiver to the right side. They'll fake the handoff up the middle. Quick pass on the outside is incomplete on the play. Holtzmeister on the coverage. Pass intended for McCoy Raines, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long now. But again, good pressure up front.
Yeah, good pressure up front by Colby to get that ball out of his hands just a little early. Raines was open. He was able to sneak out of the backfield on Holtzmeister.
They are 0 for 2 in passing on the game. Colby 1 of 3 for 13 yards. Wide to the right side. For the Plainsmen is Jesse Stewart. Taylor Murphy to the left side. 2 backs in the backfield. Pistol formation. Smith gets the snap. Pressure, looking for somewhere to run, and Colby's going to get him. Big loss on the play. The Eagles there immediately in the backfield. And a great job by the defensive front. Austin Hart, the first man there for Colby.
Colby does a good job on the back end, allows their defensive line to get up there and get a coverage sack. That's a great penetration by up front, though, with that. Just a great play defensively all the way around.
Oakley. Kick is up, and this is another short one. Colby stops here. That ball is going to bounce, and the Eagles are going to take over on the Plainsmen 45-yard line. Great field position. Still got plenty of time to work with 4:41 to go on the clock remaining. Eagles will get set to go. Russ will be split wide to the right side. Double on the play. Pieper on the carry. again out of that pistol back, and he gets a nice gain on the play.
Dive play, bounce it outside, break 3 tackles, and picks up 9 yards.
Second and short here. The Eagles with Russ wide to the right side. 2 backs in the backfield. Snap is high. Match will get Peeper gets a nice run there. And Colby really doing a good job kind of just hammering away at Oakley here. And we're going to have, again, this pistol, double wing formation. Ben Matchell in motion from left to right. Handoff Peeper up the middle. Breaking tackles, refusing to go down, and then doing a good job of covering the football up as Oakley gets their second.
It'll go by Peeper, just little quick hitters, dive play.
Second down and 6.
Starting to get the timing. Handoff right side. Give him 11 on the carry. And it's a 1st and 10 to go for the
off tackle.
There's a timeout on the field taken by Oakley.
Makes a big gain.
Timeout called by the Plainsmen as they try to stop this Eagle charge. 3:12 to go. First half. Back with more in just a minute on 100.3 The Ride.
Chad.
Oh, I thought you were doing something else. You made that face and squatted.
Chad.
It's like, no, dude.
Left after this.
Okay, and that is the optional, so if we don't...
No problem.
In the state, I'm legendary head coach Phil Snyder. The Cats look to tear up the Big 12. Catch all of the action right here on the K-State Sports Network. While
Western Kansas, Logan County.
Second quarter.
now, with more of the Eagles on radio.
And the foul's going to go right side. That time, I think it was Peeper.
Fortunately, the ball bounces Colby's way.
Wide to the left side. Matchell in the slot play. He never did quite get it secured. Might have got his hands underneath.
Again, the work for him.
With that incompletion. Uses the official. Did not pull it.
Roll out to his left. Peeper, or Holzmeister, excuse.
Isaac Nichols, who's been great in the preseason, lining up for the field goal. It is up.
Nichols is good.
Yard field goal for Isaac Nichols and the Eagles. You're listening.
Information with your insurance company.
He has
It's too hard to keep. Don't dump him like that.
Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Left side, 43 to go.
Second down and 2.
Not in the hurry-up offense formation. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And up slides off a leg. But the rest of his teammates are there to pick him up and keeps the Oakley run. That could wind up big if they
it's kind of surprised they didn't use him. Inside of 50 seconds to go, 54 seconds. 2 receivers to the right side. Slot back to the right as well. Quarterback in the shotgun, going to roll to his right. Fires deep down the field, and it is caught. Oh, my goodness. That is a beautiful catch at the 33-yard line, pulled in by Jesse Stewart.
And Oakley's got twins receivers to the right side of the field. Runs a wheel route with the inside guy, Stewart, a post with the outside guy, and is able to hit Stewart on the wheel route. And Holzmeister's there the whole way, hand in his face. Just great concentration by Stewart to bring that ball down.
About 31 yards on the reception, 1st and left. Ball is loose. Colby trying to get on it, and wait a minute.
Tackled behind the line.
They're going to say he was down before the ball came out. But Austin Hart came streaking through there, and the big guy moving. Gets the sack, 3rd sack.
Backfield comes up with a big play, almost a fumble. But Colby comes up with a big defensive stop.
So Oakley has taken their final timeout here with 8.9 seconds to go in the half. We'll see what Oakley wants to do here. New young coach, take a shot.
Yeah, you got 8 seconds left. Might as well.
Might as well. Eagles, I'd imagine we're going to see some behind them.
Shooting, you might as well play it like that with the way the front 5 have been getting after Smith tonight. I mean, they've been
Oakley.
Yeah, they're enormous.
So this is kind of exciting to watch this defense.
Of them well into the 200 pounds. I mean, they're
you got to love this. So look at left tackle Braden Scott. He's their smallest lineman at 183 pounds. His backup's 297 pounds. You put them next to each other, their left tackle would look like a running back.
Second down and
Here we go. This could probably be the final hit and stop this one after a short gain. And a great job by Ben Matt. We'll take a break, get things off and rolling with our Cornerstone Ag halftime show. After this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Your grain storage, handling, and marketing needs. Highlights and a recap from the first half.
So he just got the one to run.
You're listening to the Colby Eagles.
So what?
Just got the one to run here then.
When it comes to insuring your home, vehicles, and valuables,
we'll talk a little bit first.
Strut
That's a good football
with Strut Insurance Services of Colby, located just west of Kennedy's convenience store, and their store in Brewster. See their ad on the next
intentional grounding.
We had two. The opening.
Yeah. The
line. Yeah.
The defensive outside.
And they
Are
had
you
one.
running on empty? Service Oil Company in Colby is the place to fill up.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Monica with the Service Oil Company.
But
We feature quality Conoco
been like
gas.
8 or 9 broken. I think Ben caught
for
that.
yourself. Service Oil Company is open weekdays 8 to 12 and 1 to 5. With pay at the pump open 24/7. Located North and Court.
No, it would have been huge if he would.
Fall sports season is in full swing, and it doesn't matter if you're taking it to the house for 6.
I thought
Irving
had the one down there.
The club this fall.
I didn't see the ball.
Always remember Travis and his staff.
Yeah, kind of, and then I saw it roll
the big
afterwards.
games and here you won.
I'm looking at it through here.
While at A6 Russell, shoot 'em Mizzou. Plus, they got a great selection of shoes and clothes, and the best selection of Colby.
That's a heck of a second reaction play, though. I mean, for him to just beeline it to the corner of the end zone. I mean,
wish you all the best of luck with the rest of your sports season.
Welcome to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. It's time to break down the first half and bring you the highlights. Here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Well, welcome back to Oakley, Kansas. Beautiful night for high school football, and it's starting to feel a little bit like fall. Jackets are being put on, the sweatshirts, the hoodies. It's a little chilly out here, but not too bad. Again, if I mentioned, this is football weather. We got to love it here tonight. We got to love the first half of this football game tonight as well. This has been well played defensively by both teams in the first half of this game. Just great efforts across the board.
Yeah.
And Thomas, first game of the season, we've had 3 penalties in the first half of this football game combined with these two teams. That's incredible.
It's amazing compared to last year.
Yeah, last year Colby had 13 penalties for 83 yards in the game. So.
Yeah, not to mention the tight-knit football game. Not a lot of mistakes out there on the field, playing just good football.
I love the new defensive front for Colby. We were kind of curious to see if they have been and getting the right assignments. And as the game has progressed, they've gotten better and better.
Offensive line too, and getting some new guys in. Front 5 defensively just phenomenal. Really allowing those linebackers, along with Brady Holzmeister, who's acting like an outside linebacker most of the time because he's walking.
Senior, Sonia Reset.
Back, which we don't see a lot of from Colby. And we talked to Coach Garden, gets his first opportunity of the season. And
but it is good. The Eagles score first of this
half of the game. And good coverage down the field is a tremendous effort by Jesse Stewart to get the 30-yard. Here's on 100.3 The Ride. Okay, how long do I have here?
Okay.
You have new options, but which one is right for you? Farm Bureau agent Vernon Hurd knows health insurance and can help you understand all of your options and the differences between them so you can feel confident about having the right quote trusted. Farm Bureau agent in Colby today. I make health insurance.
Stop in and see them today. They have a full line of flooring, whether it's Northwest Kansas Decorating in Colby, about all your flooring and cabinetry needs.
Colby, as part of the team at Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, I will not only be their technique. The Grafton technique breaks down scar tissue, helps in.
It's time
to believe you simply cannot overeat protein. Granted, this protein declines with age. Protein, the name of the past century. Making matters worse, alas, for most people, this amount or like our Facebook page. This is Dr. Eric Griggs with Northwest Kansas Chiropractic, inviting you to stop by and see us and start.
The imaging sounds good.
And that makes it the perfect time to call McKee Incorporated for a new Lennox Home Time 3-2 today. That's 785. There's your Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Now, with more of the Eagles.
What's it supposed to be?
Okay.
Thank you.
If you ever wondered where you to shop and bank locally, Farms and Merchants Bank, member FDIC.
Comes alongside Thomas Whelan. You're listening to the Cornerstone Ag Halftime Show. And the Eagles on radio here on 100.5, brought to you by McKee Incorporated. Of Colby, see Tim Parker Carson and the crew today. They'll get you checked out ahead of time from McKee Incorporated. And if you do, it's hard to give it to one. Great for
that couple 9 of scrimmage.
Curious to see how this plays out in the second half and what the two teams do for adjustments. The hot hands of the Cornerstone Ag halftime show. The Eagles on radio here on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your...
Colby has always had great pizza and service that allow you to have a tasty meal that's convenient. They have the lunchtime buffet in their renovated restaurant, and they still have carry-out and delivery services for those of you who want to eat at home watching football. You can get that perfect game day meal with pizza or wings from Pizza Hut and Wing Street.
20 seconds. So what's after this? Is this the last one of the pregame? Or halftime, I mean?
Even out of the...
Alcohol-related crashes continue to be one of the leading causes of injuries and death on Kansas roadways. Be sure to include in those plans a designated driver if you're going to drink. Law enforcement officers in Kansas will be out in full force with one simple message: over the limit, under arrest. This message brought to you by the Kansas Highway Patrol and this radio.
With more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Tom Leland.
Welcome back to Cornerstone Ag halftime show on 100.3 The Ride. The two teams have made their way back out to the field and warming back up and getting set for the three. That's plenty.
Yeah.
And get ready to go here in the second half. Curious to see the adjustments so from these two teams. And let's look at it. Keys to the second half of the ball game. I think from Colby, finishing a drive offensively. We did get the field goal, and that's great. It was a great kick, and love to see that we had that throughout this season. But finishing a drive offensively with a touchdown, and we started a little slow offensively. It's gotten better and better as the first half went on, but still haven't been able to punch one in quite yet.
Yeah, and other things that they're gonna have to really watch, because Oakley's gonna make adjustments too, and they're gonna see. I'm sure that they saw up through the middle and having him help kind of as a double team there, or if they just have to cut him or something if he lines up in the 2 yards cut in a hurry.
Also, the Eagles will have it to start the second half of play today. Again, we've talked about it. An absolute beautiful night for high sidelines. Captains will come out. We'll get set for the kickoff of half number 2 here tonight. Eagles on top of the Oakley Plainsmen 3-0. Oakley won this game 26-0 last year over the Colby Eagles. And again, it was one of those games we saw playing much better football. Both teams really. Very impressed with the job these two head coaches have done in getting their teams ready for aren't there and some of that.
Two real disciplined football teams get after it. That's what they're doing right now, and hopefully in the second half they keep it up.
Again, the rules are a little different on kickoffs this year. They've changed that up where you used to have a couple of guys back deep get a full sprint by the time the ball was kicked. Now everybody has to be within 5 yards of the
runners anymore, getting ahead of steam.
Number 80, Trace Engel.
So Trace Engel will kick it away for the Plainsmen. Kick on the way, end over end kick, kind of was Joshua Brown, and he comes up
all cleanly, gets up there, has a
1st and 10 to go for the Plainsmen, or for the Eagles, I should say. First right this time. Matchell hands it off to Pieper, and that's just a dive play right there on the left scrimmage, off tackle, off guard in that first half.
And they block and bring him down for a gain of 3.
Same formation, quick snap. This looked like a brought down back.
Ball carrier number 12.
At about the
tackle behind the line, number
27-yard line. Stole on the sack. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards on the play for the Eagles. It'll bring up 3rd down and 15 to go.
The line of scrimmage, no receiver in the area to get it out to. Instead of taking another intentional grounding penalty, he just decides to eat it and live to fight another down.
So 3rd down and long to his left. Looks for Pieper coming out of the backfield, and it's just off of his fingertips, incomplete.
Behind Matchell, excuse me, and run that fake to Ben Matchell, the motion man coming around. Pieper's able to squeak through the line. Josh gets out there.
Gets it away, almost blocked on that one. And it's going to be bounced loose. Ball is still loose, and Oakley going to dive on it. Boy, it was not fielded cleanly that time by the deep man for the Plainsmen. So Oakley going to take over 1st and 10 to go. They will start their opening drive of the play on their own 43.
And Colby had a chance to reel that one in, just wasn't quite able to get there quick enough. And Oakley was able to hang on to the football.
Plainsmen will send one receiver wide to the right side in Taylor Murphy. One to the left side of Jesse Stewart. 2 backs in the backfield, pistol formation. Keenan Smith, the quarterback, gets the snap, handoff left side. And this is Kendrick Smith on the carry. Smith going to get forward on the left side for about 3 yards.
3 yards. But Colby really does a good job. Brady Slinger holds his own. He's able to stand his guy up. and allows his linebacker, Brady Holzmeister, to come down, Ben Matchell, and all those guys that make a
back into the ball game. Receivers to the right side this time, and Stewart and Murphy. Shotgun formation here for Keenan
Stewart for the deep out and the first down.
1st and 10 to go for the Plainsmen. Ball back in the backfield behind Smith, who hands it off up the middle. There's 4 yards on the play. Man with a lot of speed. Last year with that injury, missed about 4 games for the Eagles, and he could have been a huge help, but he'd been able to finish under center this time. The handoff will go left side, and on the carry is McCoy Rain. And Stewart to the right side. Slot back to the right as well. Smith, he's going to get a gain of about 6 on the play, and he was drilled by Brady Holzmeister at the end of it.
And Colby gets caught not setting the edge on that to the top, and that corner's backed off to 8 yards, and so that just left a hole outside open.
2 receivers to the left side for Abbott. Now he's going to be sacked. 4th sack of the game for the Eagles. Get it back, but again, that goes to cover.
All covered, well blanketed, and Peeper's able to chase the quarterback down from the backside.
Getting the plays from the sideline. Taking a little time. Eagles will bring up 2nd and 7, and that one looked like, again, a little confusion, and they've had some problems on that fake with the guy coming around on the pass play.
Yeah, there's not a great mesh point on that yet. That's something that you can kind of expect in the first game. On that sling route to catch it off his back shoulder and then make a run after the catch to pick up a couple yards.
Matchell in motion from right. Austin Russ down the field. There was nobody within 5 yards of him, but Josh Matchell hurried.
Coming off on a...
Wasn't coming from the backside. He sets his feet. It's a 9-0 game.
Colby runs a nice little same side counter with that motion coming across down.
Eagles into Plainsmen territory. They're down at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 to go. 5:43 to play here in this 3rd quarter. It's 3-0 Colby leading Oakley. Eagles get the play from the sideline. They head to the line of scrimmage. Matchell in the pistol. Gets the snap, back to pass. Has a little time this time, leads somewhere to throw. He does, and it is incomplete. Almost intercepted on the play by Keenan Smith. But the Eagles able to get him, and Smith shaken up on the play.
Incomplete.
And Colby's got double crossing. Good job of going defensive back on that one and breaks up the pass.
Keenan Smith had to come out of the ball game for the Plainsmen and limping badly on that right leg. Fake the handoff up the middle. Holzmeister to the left, and nothing doing. Great job by the Oakley defensive front making a stop on the play for a loss of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Eagles.
Coulter Stoll, Dylan Gassman, both are there to make a stop.
Penalty flag on the play, though, and a face mask against Oakley. And that's going to turn out to huge for Colby. What could
5-yard face mask.
There is. It's not.
Against Oakley.
You know, it's not the 15-yard variety. It's not an automatic first down, just a 5-yard incidental. So it's 2nd down and about 6 to go instead of 3rd and 12. Big break.
Yeah, huge break for the Eagles. Hopefully they can capitalize on it here on 2nd down.
1 receiver to the left. Double wing formation. Handoff. Going to be on the end around, and that's Holzmeister breaking free. Penalty flag is down, and he's going to be dropped inside the 10-yard line. Penalty flag down deep in the field, and this is going to be holding, I believe, against the Eagles. Now, from the spot of the infraction, we'll have to see where they mark it off from. It might still be a first down. But this huge gain is going to come back.
Colby runs that double wing set again, is able to run that counter underneath. Holzmeister picks up a couple big blocks by the left side. He gets a heck of a
one that was. They get the down back, and we'll see what we do here on our 3rd attempt at 2nd down. 4:48 to go in the 3rd quarter. It is 2nd and 4 to go. So 2nd down for the Eagles here. Here's the snap, handoff right side. This is Pieper with a great cutback move, and he's going to.
And Penn just makes a heck of a cutback once he runs off.
It stopped too because it looked like he was going to get a nice gain on that one. Just under 4 minutes.
Looked like he had a crease there. Gassman's. But going back to your point on hard, I mean they're picking everything up in the middle, and that's big in the zone blocking scheme like what Colby has. and you got to take care of the middle linebacker, backside, defensive tackle.
Penalty flags fly here.
Penalty flag.
At the start of the play, and this is going to be against Colby.
No penalty.
No penalty. We'll come back with more of the Eagles on radio after this word from our sponsors on 100.3 The Ride.
The Eagles soar back to your radio.
Great selection of grocery items in the store. From meat to macaroni, they've got it in the groceries, dog food, and, of course, the pharmacy there to serve you as well. Walmart of Colby, proud to be part of the community and proud to support local high school student athletes. For all your one-stop shopping, it's Walmart in Colby.
Oh.
Well, there's some good buys right now, too, and, of course, they're marking down the summer rack, so come on in and save at Plum Creek and see the new colors of fall. Kind of about as bright as what the colors will be when it gets here, y'all. The colors of fall found at Plum Creek.
Eagles on radio. Here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Middle Matchell keeps it himself on the left side, breaking tackle. Another hold against the Eagles.
On the tackle for the Plainsmen, number 30, Taylor Murphy.
And those are the frustrating holds when you see those because they're down the field.
They're downfield, yeah. You never want to see a hold by a receiver because that just brings the yardage so much farther back, trying to turn that long gain into a touchdown.
So we went 2nd and 9. Would have had a first down. We're going to end up 2nd down here and 6 to go.
But great dive option, Reed goes.
From the 27.
Eagles will get set to go. Down. Zone Eagles. Probably there.
Physical ailment screenings for the small sampling of the services they offer. If it has to do with bringing you back to health and agreeing with
We're proud to be there. It's 576-048 to find out the difference it makes being an owner. Farm Credit Western Kansas, financing ag for generations. Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Ben Matchell on the kick that time, a little squib pick. Kick picked by Aaron Rush. And that is where Oakley will take over. The Eagles on top, no, 10-0 now with 3:06 to play here in the third. Much better performance. Impressive performance by both of these teams, really. See if Oakley can get something going offensively. Two receivers right, one to the left. Starting to spread things out here a little bit. The snap is low. Quarterback Smith rolling to his right side is having a little time to set his feet. Makes a nice throw.
Smith completed to number 30, Taylor Murphy.
Murphy breaks off from his inside receiver position on an out route.
It was Ben Matchell, by the way, on that touchdown. We played him tonight.
35-yard line.
So this is where Stewart in the slot to the left.
Bryce Armiger got hung up. Alex Young couldn't get over there. He got the tight end on him, and
3rd down and 3.
Ben Matchell couldn't scrape over the top, so Oakley got a nice little gain.
3rd and 3. His body and incomplete, intended for McCoy Raines. At his feet tonight. When he's thrown a couple.
Has any time
to the right for the Plainsmen. Slot back is to the right as well, so you end up with trips there. Here's the snap. Picked up by Keenan Smith, rolls to his right side, sets his feet, fires deep down the field, and it is knocked away at the last second.
And Russ makes a play on that tonight.
Defensive front for Oakley that time, powering through.
Just something you like.
Side we got Holzmeister in motion across the formation. Matchell in show. Plainsman, and then in and out of the hands of the Eagles. Austin Russ, no way he was going to catch that inbounds anyway, but
go to the left side, nothing there. He's got to scramble all the way back out to the right side, just running out of room, standing on the sideline, throws the ball, gets it out of his hand, and lives to fight another down without taking a huge loss.
3rd down and 3rd across the formation. And the handoff goes to Holzmeister around to the left side. Again,
ball carrier
kind of
number 7, Brady
end-around type play. Holzmeister not going to get very far on this one. In fact, he's going to lose a yard.
Your radio after this.
Kansas City Chiefs football is on 100.3 The Ride. Catch all the action each week with Mitch Holtis and Hall of Famer Len Dawson. Kansas City opens their Tuchinar block. The Great Outdoors Gun Shop, Jack's Automotive and Bottle Gallery, and Farm Credit of Western Kansas.
Chad. Hey, Chad.
Yep.
You got one more after this.
Okay, thank you.
I can add in another one if you need, so.
We'll be all right with one more.
All right.
Sprinkler Supply, Edward Jones, Chris Yost, Next Tech Wireless, and Wilson Trailer Sales.
Now, with more of the Eagles on radio, here's Chad Jones and Thomas Whelan.
Welcome back. 4th down for the Eagles and as well. Players flying through there. Were they coming a little too early is the question as the officials discuss the flags, and this is against Oakley. 5-yard penalty, and it moves the ball to the 40-yard line, and it'd be just inside it. It'd be 4th and 9 now.
5-yard penalty moves the ball to the 40-yard line.
This makes you think about it a little bit, but
Coach Gardner's still electing to go with the field position game here,
especially with a 10-point lead. The punt, a low end-over-end kick picked up by the Plainsmen on the right side. A penalty flag is down, a block in the back on that one. McCoy Raines on the return across the 20 out to the 25, but again, a penalty flag down in the play. What I like to see on that one, too, is at the end of the play, you see the Eagle player helping the Oakley player to his feet.
Alex Smith does a good job running downfield, screaming down for that left corner kick down here sideline, but luckily enough his teammates are there anyway.
So the illegal block in the back is going to make it a half the distance to the goal from that spot. And the Plainsmen are going to have the ball somewhere around the 6-yard line. They get the chain set here. 10-0 is the score. Colby leading Oakley here tonight. The Eagles were shut out last year by the Plainsmen, 26-0.
Moves the ball inside
trying to return. It's Keenan Smith under center again. Taylor Murphy wide to the right side. 3 backs in the power I formation behind him. Pitch goes to the left side and trying to get to the corner as Coulter stole. He does. He's going to be knocked out of bounds after a 12-yard gain, but there are 2 penalty flags down in the backfield. And this one against Oakley. So we talked about how cleanly the first half was played. We're seeing maybe with the fatigue setting in a little bit from the first game and seeing some flags come out here in the second half. Or maybe the officials were just bored.
That could be fatigue, maybe a little bit of frustration. This is an Oakley football team that's not used to being down a whole lot. They only lost 2 games last year, nail biter in the playoffs to Ellis, I think.
Yeah, you look at Oakley last year, their losses were to Phillipsburg on a 14-6 ball game, and then they lost to La Crosse 12-7 in the playoffs. Only 2 losses of the season last year. And you look at the rest of them, they won in the first 2 weeks of the season. They outscored their opponents 96-0. That tells you how dominant they were in weeks 1 and 7. A gain of 5 on the play, and it's
Bryce or Matt who's on the team.
Give him 7 yards on the play. And officials have done a good job tonight. Been a very well officiated game. They haven't had to do a lot for game 1 of the season, which is also good. 1 receiver to the left side. Brown dropping back here. The handoff goes to the left side and trying to get to the corner that time is McCoy Raines. It's shut off by the Eagles after a gain of about 3, and this is going to bring up 3rd and long now for the Plainsmen.
Tackle.
Oakley tries to run the stretch play with Raines. Colby does a good job of stringing out Bryce Armberger, Alex Young, and Ben Matchell goes over the top again and is able to bring him down for a short gain.
4th quarter of this game, Colby leading 10-0. Plainsmen will send Murphy and Stewart wide to the right side. Slot back to the right as well to set up the trips. The snap is low, bobbled by the quarterback, picks it up now, rolls to his right, looking for somewhere to throw, doesn't have it. This time cuts it up the field, makes a nice little run here. He's going to be brought down to the play, but this may be enough for a first down. Going to be close on the yardage. Smith on the carry, brought down by Pieper.
Position, sending Raines in that slot back with the speed out, but just wasn't. Colby had great coverage on the back end. Just the defensive line wasn't able to get to the quarterback this time until he's already past the line of scrimmage.
They're going to bring the chains out to measure this one. It's close. I think he may have it. He does. First down, Plainsmen. Great play by Keenan Smith. This kid's played pretty well tonight.
That gain is good.
Yeah, he doesn't have to rest all night long. But he has made some great plays, and when he has time to set his feet and throw, he has a cannon for an arm. He's thrown a couple of nice deep balls down the field that were both right on the money. One well defended by, speaking of Stewart, he's to the right side. Here's a pitch to the right. It's going to be a halfback pass, and nobody is near Taylor Murphy. That's going to be a touchdown. A halfback pass, Murphy going to take it all the way to the end zone. An 83-yard touchdown play for the Oakley Plainsmen. And Colby bit on that pitch. And that was a great play by Murphy to take it into the end zone.
A little breakdown in coverage there. But this is, this is time to lull yourself to sleep. You got over the top of him for 6.
And that changes this game drastically here with 9 minutes and 34 seconds to go. 83-yard goal for 2 here, and a chance to get this to a 2-point game. Handed by the defensive front for Colby, making the stop there. Possession here for Colby now because momentum has switched. Oakley with that big play. We're going to try to continue to work off of that. Colby now needs to come out here and put together a drive and get momentum.
Drive. Finish this one off. Punch it in for 6.
And what a great play call, too, by the way, by Coach Fawn and Steele with that halfback pass. Perfectly executed. You can tell they've been working. So 10-8. 10-6, I should say. Colby on top here. We have Plainsmen will get set to kick it away here. Trace Engel, the kicker for the Plainsmen.
Colby, a little different of a return game this year. We went to 5-3-2-1. The deep guys are all within.
At about the 15-yard line on the run here. And a nice return. He's loose on the right side. Cutting it back up the middle of the field and then brought down at about the 48-yard line. And what a job by Matthew Pieper on that return. And the Eagles will take over. They will take over in Oakley territory. And that was Pieper on the return.
Able to pick up some huge blocks. They will get through that first wall and just use his speed to get out in front of everybody.
And the kick was a little bit short. Pieper was able to really catch it on the run and use his speed. So Colby getting some momentum right back on their side. One receiver to the right. The handoff goes to Pieper on the right side. He's going to get forward for about 5 yards on the play.
And I believe that was John.
Starting on the defense. The handoff, though, that is Matthew Pieper again on the
wing set. And Pieper's able to bust through for a first down.
Game, and the running game has really come along. We don't see this often. Handoff goes left side. And the ball comes loose, picked up by the Plainsmen. And this is going to result in a touchdown. One man to beat, and he does, taking it picked up at the fumble recovery for Taylor Murphy. And all of a sudden,
Murphy showing that speed just broke away.
Well, the Plainsmen on back-to-back plays basically here. Scores on the offensive side, and then they get to.
Also follow us on Facebook by simply searching NWKF Radio.
CI, KWGB, and Live Link. You can also download
now with Hatchell, who makes it at the 46-yard line. The second effort he made after getting the touchdown, give up another big return, and again the
really big blocks. He's able with the second effort to get another 5 yards out of it.
Here we go. Eagles set to go. Pistol formation again. Ben Matchell in motion. They're going to hand it to him on the delay play, but that was well defended.
So on that wing, Colby sends him in motion. That same side counter, gives it to him, goes back. And Ryan Kuhn's able to shed Bryce Armberger and able to hit Matchell for gain of 1.
Motion across, it's an option play. Match on the outside, but Matchell, with the defender being that close and hanging onto his leg, decides not to make the dangerous pitch.
And another dive option. Matchell just takes it out. He's able to get to the out. Big yards for the Eagles.
Austin Russ to the right side. Double wing with Ben Matchell in motion to the left. Josh Matchell looking over the middle, completes the pass for a first down. Nice job that time with the receiver coming across the middle, a little quick dump-off play for a first down.
Matchell's able to show some nice touch on the ball, just drop it in over the defender's hands. As Brown comes down with the football on a first down.
Brown does limp off the field. That's the second time tonight. And back into the game is Brady Holzmeister for the on the right side of scrimmage, and then there'll be another good gain for the Eagles. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
On the tackle, 3, Keenan Smith, 8, Coulter Stoll, 58.
Ben makes another great run off.
2nd and 2 to go. Oakley leading. Here's the snap. Handoff going to go on the left side, and this is Pieper.
Trent Ballman.
He picks up the first down anyway, and it's only
21. 5:54 to go in the 4th quarter of this game. With gain on the play for Matchell, they're going to spot him actually at about the 14-yard line, so give him 5 on the play.
Where he came from, and he's able to make break a couple tackles for a gain of 5.
Hugoton leading Guyman, Oklahoma, 18-14 in the fourth quarter. Play this one picked off by the Plainsmen. Coming up with the interception on the play is Keenan Smith, and he's going to return it out to shy of the 20. There is a penalty flag down on the play. Was it after? So,
17-yard line.
Getting time when the defense has got in, and he's going to pick up a back.
He's able to knife.
Plainsman Murphy split to the left side on Colby, jumping off sides. And Oakley, what they're doing, they're watching that back judge as he's counting the time down. There are no play clocks here in Oakley, so they got to watch him with the hands on 3 now.
Second down and 2.
In the fourth quarter, again, Colby down by 4. Oakley, the Eagles.
Ball carrier number 8, Coulter Stoll.
Taking down Coulter Stoll.
Made by 52.
Matthew Pieper for loss.
Larned and Hoisington tonight tied at 8 at the end of regulation, so they got an overtime
moves the ball back to the
game going here tonight. Again, Hugoton leading Guyman, and Goodland was on top tonight of Ray, Colorado, 38-21. Second down and 8 to go. The problem with this is it gives them another down and the clock continues to run. But the Eagles do have their timeouts left, all 3 of them. Huge here. The officials discussing it. Colby football. Now they're going to have it inside the 20-yard line of the Oakley Plainsmen. So they'll start in the red zone with
on this opportunity right here, almost getting the ball down in the red zone.
Eagles with it. Handoff goes to the right side. Matchell looking into the Plainsmen.
Number 8, Coulter Stoll.
Great play by Ben Matchell running off tackle. We haven't said.
Trailing by 4, threatening here at the 9-yard line. First and goal to go. Matchell in the
fine quarterback keeper there. Matchell's just going to, it's actually a follow. He's just going to follow Pieper up through the middle into that 4 hole. Nothing going, tries to bounce it outside, and then he's hit in the backfield.
Work with. It's a dangerous game because you have to get it in yourself. One receiver to the right. It did, and Oakley has the football for that extra yard to get into the end zone, and he loses the football. So here we go, 2:27 to go. Oakley will have the ball. They will start on the 2-yard line. First and 10.
Underneath counter coming from the opposite side of the motion, but just isn't.
4-yard line.
Plainsman now with the Keenan Smith under center. Gets the snap, hands it off on the left side, and Colby all over that one from the start as Coulter Stoll with no
11 left on the clock.
Second down and 9 to go for the Plainsmen. 2 minutes to go here.
On the tackle, 7, Brady Holzmeister, 32, Alex Young.
The way to the line of scrimmage. Again, the quarterback's going to be watching the back judge. You don't want penalties if you're Colby now. Oakley will get the snap. Handoff goes on the left side. And this one, a nice run here by McCoy Raines, excuse me. And he's going to be brought down close to the 11-yard line. It looks like he's
playing too far up forward.
They're going to bring the chains out here.
Oakley's offensive lineman's able to get to him.
It's heartbreaking on that Holzmeister run, too, because it was such a
doubt about it. Great run.
They brought the chains out, and it was enough for the first down with that spot. So 1:37 to go. Again, Colby has their timeouts here, and they're going to got to make the stops. You know, Oakley's going to try to run, obviously, and run the clock as fast as they can. But you got to get the stops here if you're the Eagles. You cannot give up another first down. If you do, that will allow Oakley to run the clock out. Game, Colby played so well the entire game, and then you have 2 big plays by Oakley. One on the halfback pass that's the difference in this cut. But now, so the football teams here tonight. Here, decided Taylor Murphy. Plainsman there with that 5 because it's going to help with field position for the Eagles, and now you got a better chance of getting the stops here. Yeah, and it's basically a timeout because the clock's going to stop. I mean, that's a very costly penalty.
Second down, 15.
And then the Eagles still have their 2 timeouts remaining. A quick timeout here by Coach Gardner. 48 seconds to go, and it's going to bring up third down.
He does a great job of stuffing it at the line of scrimmage.
For the Eagles here, get the quick stop, get the timeout, and then await the punt from Oakley, although with about 35, I'd say going to start the drive around 35, and then they will have no timeouts. So they end every practice.
Hands and
be unusual.
Clock's running.
Offensive side.
Penalty and punt it.
He must have been out of timeouts. The penalty. And Ben Matchell's going away with 6.8 seconds to go.
Return that they've gotten their hands on here tonight, other than the first one where that Oakley had really good.
Eagles will head out to the field. Ben Matchell going to be standing about the 45-yard line. With 6.8 seconds to go in the game. And this is one of those you want to get as many yards as you can. But if you're close to the sideline and you're not going to get in, get out, get your offense a chance to set up a final play of the game. Matchell going to actually stand on the Oakley side at the 48. Handling the punting duties is Jesse Stewart. Now he could actually just run around too and try to run the clock out, which is risky. And here's a penalty flag down before the snap of the ball. They took 0.3 of a second off, which
penalty flag.
We'll have to probably add to the clock. The officials discussing things here.
Substitution infraction.
Substitution infraction against Oakley. Now they should add the 0.3 of a second back onto the clock, because that is a prior to a snap penalty.
5-yard penalty.
They have not done that. They should get 0.3 of a second.
Moves the ball inside the.
There. And then we'll be ready to get this punt away. All this is just adding to the drama here tonight. Colby needs a big return, or they need a block.
Clock guys, it's a little slow tonight.
I don't know how easy it is to put 0.3 of a second up there. You may have to tell him to wait 0.3 before he starts it. 6.8 seconds. For waits the snap. And the clock runs out before he gets there. A penalty flag down. The game cannot end on a defensive penalty. It cannot end on a defensive play. So you're going to get great yardage because this will be tacked on at the end of the play.
Foul. Dead ball.
Against Oakley on the late hit. So you get one on-timed play.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty.
So here you
go. I'm sure he's thought of this situation. You know, if you have one play left in the game, you've thought of this situation if you're an offensive coordinator.
But I tell you, how big is that two-point conversion that Oakley got earlier?
It's huge.
Well, this is in field goal range for the Eagles, but a field goal leaves you one short now, so you got to take your shot at the end zone. So the Eagles huddled up around Coach Gardner. They're going to have to hustle out onto the field here. Here we go. It's for everything on this one.
Untimed down. One play.
Colby will send trips to the left side. Matchell in the pistol. One back behind him. Josh gets the snap. Takes the handoff. Rolls to his left. Throws. Has a man in just out of the outstretched arms of Ben Matchell in the back corner of the end zone.
In the end zone.
Side, set his feet, throw.
The end of that one, but just a little bit out of the reach of a diving Ben Matchell. And Oakley with two big plays, one of 72, one of 82 yards. The difference in this ball game. But if you're Colby, boy, no hanging your head on this one. I think they improved greatly over what we've seen last year. They played very hard tonight, and a couple of costly turnovers in this one ended up being killer, but the effort was tremendous from Colby.
Well, thanks
our Farmers and Merchants Bank post-game show. After this word from our sponsors, you're listening to the Eagles on radio and Colby football on 100.3 The Ride.
Farmers and Merchants for you with both online and mobile banking. They have the main bank downtown and, of course, the Dillon's location that is open extended days and hours to better serve you. We'll run through the highlights and recap the game after this. You're listening to the Colby Eagles on 100.3 The Ride.
Customer service, competitive ag, commercial, and home loans.
Yeah.
Check us out by calling Stop Box or
had on
write
air
your
on
farm or
all
postal
night.
business for your convenience. We're
I had to
located just
stop at the
southeast of
start,
the
so
Colby
maybe on a
Walmart.
different one that he didn't have set up.